Good evening, guys. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to the fourth day of Life in Haiti with Marie Marathon Live. For those of you guys who have been joining us, welcome again. For those who's joining us for the first time, welcome. Either way it goes, I want to encourage you to please share the live with family and friends. Share it to your WhatsApp status. Share it to your Facebook. Tonight is another great night, which offers an opportunity to raise more funding for the Life in Haiti Learning Center. We do it all in the hopes of seeing a better tomorrow for the children of Haiti, especially in my direct community that I am able to reach. As you guys know, all this week, all the way up until Thursday, I will not be by myself. I'm introducing you guys to different members who are kind of okay with being in front of the screen to come on and join during this marathon. Let me give a shout out to Mercedes. How's it going? And thank you so much, Mercedes, for posting the live on Facebook. Thank you so much. Welcome to day 4, Life in Haiti with Marie Marathon live fundraiser. Please share, like, subscribe, and donate via Zelle, info at lifeinhaitiwithmarie.org, via PayPal, via GoFundMe. Either way, guys, it will be received by the center. Faith is, good evening, Marie and LIH. Another great night. Another great night, guys. Tonight, we will also have another drawing tonight. Who won what? So we want to encourage you guys to little bit signal that my internet may be coming in and out. Guys, please be patient. For some reason, all over Haiti, our internet have been a mess, and I am supposed to have one of the best you can have, and it is still being problematic. But anyways, today, guys, before we bring on our guests, I want to encourage you guys to please share the live, guys. I want to encourage you to please donate. So far, we have raised, hold on a second, let me do the total before we bring on our guests. I'm going to do it when our guest is here too, so that she'll get the news as well. Hold on a second. Let me know where you tuned in from. Hello, how's it going? Miss Claude, how are you? And thank you for joining me tonight.
Bonjour Marie, bonjour à tout le monde qui a regardé nous là. I know Mercedes, don't freak out. I'm not gonna just speak Creole. Good morning,
You better
everyone.
not just speak Creole, because you know she's gonna be like, I
What
don't
are you talking
understand.
about? Yes, I
Uh-huh.
know. I am.
I
I
hear
just
you a
said
little
hello.
far.
Good.
I don't know if
Sorry.
everyone can hear you, but I hear you just a little bit too far back.
Maybe I should take this off. I don't know. I
I
thought
just
this
hear,
would.
but you may speak. Come on now. Let me
Um.
not be interrupted.
Let me see if I can put this up. Okay. Um. My name is Claude Constant, and I am the daughter of Marie Claude Honorat and Victor Neville Constant. I not only their daughter, but I'm also a product of everybody that preceded them. So I think of all the guests you've had, Marie, I'm the only one who was born and raised in Haiti. I lived in Haiti till I was 21. I was going to turn 22. So I went to school in Haiti. I can answer some questions that I heard Some people were asking if there was public school in Haiti and things like that. I personally went to Catholic schools, but after the last from 12th, which is the way our school system used to go when I was there, from 12th to philo. Um, and when I graduated, I went to public university. And in those days when I was growing up, there was excellent public school in Haiti. I mean, from you could go from 12 to philo and in public school. And I remember when I went to university, a lot of my schoolmates were the product of the Haitian public schools, and they were brilliant students. I don't know what happened in between that time and now. I understand that the school system is different with all the insecurities, with a lot of people leaving the country, maybe a lot of teachers left also. So that's my that's my experience, and that's what I wanted to share with the people who are asking about public schools in Haiti. I know Mr. Jean also mentioned that because he had been to, I think he said he had been to public school when he was in Haiti. Um, so where was I? My family, I am the first of four kids. I have two sisters and one brother. And all of us, unfortunately, are not in Haiti right now. We are all spread out. Um, I live in California, and I have a passion for the country, a love for the country that was passed on to me by my family. And like I said, my ancestors, everybody, I think, contributed to making me the person I am today. Um, during this, during the vacation, summer vacation, a lot of times, a lot of my friends would be going to the US, to New York, to Miami, or to other places. We never went abroad. I remember we always went to provinces. That's how I went to Cape Haitian, and I went to um, Milo. I went to Sanssouci. I went to Lekai, Aken, Payan. That's how I remember going a lot to Miambale, to Sodo. I think on my mom's side of the family, maybe they came from Gonaive. And so I remember going a couple of times there because there was a cousin that we would go there to see. And yeah, I don't I never envisioned myself being away from Haiti. If you knew me when I was younger, you would think I was a person who would say, "There's no other place for me to go. I would be here." Correct? But you know, life happens. I just fell in love with an American, and that's how I moved. I mean, my story is not tragic. I
So let's slow it down a little bit because
Yes,
you shared about growing up in Haiti and you actually went to school in Haiti. You have pretty good memories of Haiti, right?
yes.
And I've heard similar stories of people sharing their memories, especially people who are older who remember the good times of Haiti.
I
You
wouldn't
went,
say they were good times.
yeah.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, you just fine. You're not
I
interrupting.
just,
And guys, please share. Please share the live, guys.
I
Let's
mean,
get more people interacting. And don't forget, guys, to please, no amount is too small as a donation. We got to support Miss Claude tonight. Each and every one of our guests, guys, we're here to see what we can raise. So let's not forget this is a fundraiser. No donation is too small, either via Zelle, via PayPal, the GoFundMe. I will be giving you a shout out. So please donate And let's show some love to Miss Claude tonight. Yes, Miss Claude, you may continue.
So I guess you could call it the good times, but I knew there were problems in Haiti, correct? I was always sensitive to that, that there was a difference when you go out, you see the kids asking for money and things like that. That it was, for me, it was kind of like, I know from the youngest thing that I can remember, always thinking, I'm just lucky to have been born in the family that I was born because it could have been me. And so there was always a difference. And even though when I was saying that school was public, correct, I do
Mm-hmm.
know that there were families that could not afford to have their kids go to school, even though it was free, because they needed for them to be working, correct? So that's the kind of things that's why I interrupted and said that not everything was 100% perfect, correct? um
So hold on, just to really get what you're saying.
mhm.
Back then in Haiti, when things were good, even public school, it had a limit as to who had access to public school, because this is an eye opener too to people, because some people, they share the good memories, and I do think that they associate the good memories of the country being one of the safest countries in the Caribbean. But even back then, access to education has always really been a luxury. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of, I mean, if your parent, even though the school is free, needs for you to be going to work, then that is a luxury that you can go to school, you know. And I understand right now most school, I mean, I don't know if there's public schools actually right now. You could tell us because you're living there right now, um, how the school system is working, and if there are people online who know better, because I know that I have people online who are in Haiti, and please share what information you have with us also. That would be greatly appreciated. Um, I forgot where I was.
Mhm. No, but my question to you is that this is the reason why we're raising funds, okay?
Mhm.
You verified that even at the time when you say you were growing up and times were good for you in Haiti, you had the security. But even you admit that school was not just an open door for each and every child. There was limitations as to who have access to education, because if you didn't know somebody that knows somebody, even though public education was good education, it was still education that possibly a lot of children in the neighborhood did not have access to.
No,
We
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. So
Okay.
the what I meant is that it was open. I mean, people, if they wanted to send their kids to school, there was school to send your kids to. It's just like I know for a fact that some people needed for their kids to be work. Like if they noticed that the kid was not doing too well in school, that's another problem with the school system, correct? So like I was talking about university, we had good medical schools, good school to become lawyers, to become teacher. I became a teacher, correct? I went to École Normale Supérieure in Haiti. Um, so, but engineer, for example, also engineering school, good polytechnic school. But there was, I think, in a society, a lot of times we cannot expect everybody to become a doctor or everybody to become a lawyer. First of all, it wouldn't be a good society. We don't want to have just doctors, correct, or just lawyers or whatever. We want to have also trade schools, school of carpentry, school of music, school. I mean, and there were places that people could do music, I think. Um, but that's so if the parent would notice that the kid was not performing well in regular schools, they would just like, okay, you're not doing well, you're not gonna pass, and I need for you to be working. They would take the kid out, I think, and put them to work. I think we lost Marie. So, and I hope you don't lose
I'm
me.
here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm just giving you that time to express yourself, but I'm
Okay.
here and I'm attentive.
All right.
hmm So they will do kind of like a lot of parents do today. And that's something that I strive to try
That's
to change, especially
right.
with the parents that I come in contact with. I worked a lot up there in the Kinskoff area. In the Kinskoff area, a lot of the people there, they believe in working the land. Like they believe in gardening, agriculture is a big thing there. And God, God literally sent me there. And when I got there, we started sponsoring kids. And, you know, I'm staying updated because I'm going back and, doing surprise visits and asking for these kids. And, hey, where's such and such? And where's Kashmeen? And where's such and such? Oh, they're not here. They're not there. So I'm like, why aren't they here? Well, their parents took them to the garden. And I'm like, okay. And I've even had to have meeting with the parents to say, hey, it's okay for your child to learn what you do, but you also have to have time management with your kids because in this day and age, you should envision for them to not simply work the garden, but to actually own the garden, since that is something that you enjoy doing. And having them going to the garden with you, this is not the best place for them. So this type of work, it also, it involves us getting involved with the families too within, to make sure that when we sponsor a child, when we invest in a child, that we are making sure that that child is going to school, and that the school is not just making money, and then that child is going to work instead of going to school. Let me ask you a question. Where did you find out about life in Haiti, and what moved you to get in touch with me and to be a part of this family?
Oh my God, that's kind of a long story. Well, so I've always wanted to go back. So when I finished my masters, I was like ready to go back, and then I remember my mom telling me things are not good right now. It's not a good time to come back. Okay, after a couple of years, you might want to come back. And then it's always something. After that, there was deshukage. There was like a lot of things, and people from my family move out and a lot. So and now we are like 44 years, 45 years later. and you know, when you have a family and all this stuff, it just you don't know where the time goes. But I've always knew I was coming back because I have in me this feeling that something is calling me back. And for my Haitians who are online, that c'est côté non but moi enterré. C'est là m'a tourné quand même. And for those of you who don't understand what I said, it's like that's where my umbilical cord is buried. And that's where I will go back anyway, no matter what. Um, so I've been feeling this pull for a while now. And I was like, I need to do something. And then, the past couple of years, gangs here and there. And that's all the news I hear because I live in California. I must tell you, it's not like being in Miami or New York where there's a big Haitian community. I don't have any Haitians around me. And And I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to go back? Because I am from Port-au-Prince, you know. It's not like I can say, okay, Port-au-Prince. And then I, for some reason, because I do believe in spirituality, I believe in Marie and I, we don't agree in this point on this point, and we know that she thinks that God brought her to Haiti. I think the ancestors called her to Haiti, and that's why she ended up, because they knew she has a job to do. And I feel the same pull that I have a job to do. And I was, for some reason, people who know me know that I don't do YouTube, I don't do technology that well and all this stuff. For some reason, I was watching this. I don't know what to call her, African tigress.
AT.
She is a YouTuber, and during all that time that they were talking bad about Haiti and people should not be going to Haiti, she was in Haiti, and she was showing parts of Haiti that people were not seeing on the news. You know, she wasn't showing all those sensational things that they were showing on the news. She was showing the real part that I remembered, you know. And I was like, oh, let me watch her and see what she's doing. And then one day, she goes and meet with Miss Marie, who you may not know is also a YouTuber. And I'm like, who is this woman? And she is in Haiti, and she is true. I mean, she's showing true Haiti, and I remembered what my nephew, and I hope he's online right now. I remember one thing he said was that bakwe person qui parle de Haiti qui pas en Haiti. And this nephew, I think he feels the pull also because he is like 3 months in Haiti, 3 months over here, 3 months in Haiti. He can't stay away, but he's trying to get his career off. I understand him. He's a musician and it's very difficult. But when he said, when I saw Marie, I said, she's the one I need to follow. She is in Haiti, and that's how I started following. And I'm talking about last summer. That's when I didn't follow. I didn't go and watch all the YouTube videos. I watched a few videos here and there, you know, and um, and then suddenly I hear Mary talking about this school that she's. I'm like, who is this woman? How is she putting up a school? Is she an educator? And I'm like, and then I am seeing this woman determined to start a school without even knowing what she's doing. And don't tell me that it's not something that's pushing you to do this, And and she got it off. I mean, so I started. Everybody knows that I do my research also. So I followed. I kept listening to her. I asked her questions. She's very open. So I would suggest, if you are interested, to go to our website and call her, because there's a way of getting in touch with her. She will talk to you. She talked to you. She's the person that you see on the screen. She is
I
very
got it.
transparent. And so after I talked to her a couple of times, I said, okay, Marie, how much does it cost to sponsor a child? Because I want to do something. I'm tired of saying, okay, I will get there. I will go when things get better. I want to do something now. And she said, $150. I said, $150 a month? And she said, no, $150 a year. And I said, count me in. I am sponsoring a child. Now I have Gonfiel. I don't know how to say that. She calls me mommy, but it's like a goddaughter,
Yes.
Gonfiel, and I am her godmother. I'm her marraine, and you get. I remember the first time I met her because the school had just started. She was very shy. She was very closed. You could barely get things out of her. I asked her what she wanted to do, and her standard answer was, the standard answer that kids give, I want to be a doctor. Or, that's what they think people want to hear and things like that. And um, one good thing about sponsoring one of these children is that you get to know them, you get to see their progress, you get their progress reports, and you can talk to them like we are talking right now. Marie will always connect us when we have to talk to each other. And I remember her first report card, and then the last report card that came, she had made a total, I mean, reversal. She jumped so much, she improved so much. And when I talked to her, she was such a different person. I mean, more
Mhm.
open, more. And I saw, okay, she's really good in writing. I'm thinking this kid could become a writer. I mean, she could even write songs. I don't know. She can be a poet. She can become whatever she wants to be. And that's the beauty of it, that we are exposing them to different things, and seeing what their potential is. I mean, that's my experience with life in Haiti. And I like the transparency. I like seeing the kids. When I see them on the playground, it reminds me of me on the playground. That is how school was in Haiti when I was growing up. They are here the way they are. That's the way my mom used to come out here, avec ribbon en tête, tout bagay. You know. Um, so
Haitien li nan san nou.
yes, yes, yes. It's
Tonight, one of the things I want to do tonight, guys, because I know my guests are my 7 day guests this week. You guys are not YouTubers, so I know this is not the most comfortable for you. So I said tonight we're gonna switch it a little bit, where
oh yeah,
you
I
can
have questions for you.
also you can also ask me questions. So, guys, let me give a shout out, and I'm not sure if this person is watching. Eric Kelly, I want to give you a shout out and thank you so much for the $15 GoFundMe which you sent last night. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it, and may God bless you and your family abundantly. Thank you beyond words for your support of the marathon. And each and every one of you guys, I'm watching the email, guys. Tonight we have not raised anything. So if you have not supported this marathon, guys, please find it in your heart. No amount is too small, guys. Do not feel if you have $5, that's too small. If you have $10, if you even have $1, right? We have 23 watching. If you have $1, that is $23, right? And that will go towards great cause. We use that for food. You don't know. We use gas. We need your support, guys. And we want to ask that you guys, we're not going to waver, right? This is a new time and a new day. And it's time for us to use our blessings, our talents, to give back to the people of Haiti, to the community of Haiti. As Claude shared, I am one that genuinely believes that it was God who put me here. I don't know, but the drive, the passion, the love, and I would not give up, right? So I want to ask that you guys please donate, please share with family and friends. If we want to change the narrative, education is key. Today, you asked me today, Miss Claude, how was your day today, Marie? My day was a great day. I got to go to a different part of Haiti. But going into that different part of Haiti reminded me just how important the work that we represent here in Haiti is. Because the area I went to, it didn't take a rocket scientist to tell me that children in this area are not going to school. Schools are not open and schools are not functioning. Let's hope that these kids, things will change soon, and that these kids will also get an opportunity so that we can change the narrative of what the world wants people to believe about Haiti. Because believe me, not everything that you hear about Haiti, I believe that's what they want people to believe, but not everything that they say about Haiti is is facts. And some people, if you listen to them, they'll talk, 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 but never be willing to actually do something about making a difference in Haiti, guys. So tonight, I want to encourage you guys to please share the live. And yes, we will have the drawing. Yesterday, guys, we did not have anyone to donate $100. So we don't even have a winner for yesterday's duffel bag. And those duffel bags are really, really nice, guys. So please, tonight, if you want to win that duffel bag, handcrafted from Ghana, guys, please donate, share it with family and friends. We did have two people who donated $50, and I believe they donated these $50 during the live, but I'll give them a shout out again. Anne Marie Dorsley, thank you so much for the $50 Zelle. And also Marie J. Duplessis for the $50 Zelle. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. We are not able to accomplish this mission without each and every one of you guys' support. So are you ready now? I mean, since we turning the table.
Yes.
And
Well,
shout
I
out
have
to
a
each and
question
everyone.
that I don't think you know that I was going to ask. So, how
What
old were
what
you
did you
when you?
say?
I have a question for you because I
All
think people
right.
would love to hear that. How old were you when you immigrated to the U.S.?
I was, I believe, 8 years old.
Okay, very young.
Hmm.
So, at that age, what was your experience when you were going to school in the U.S.? Yeah, like when you first got to school. Do you remember?
Yes, of course, vividly. My experience was partly good, but partly not. For one, we moved to Houston, Texas, and at that time, early 90s, Houston did not have many Haitians there. There was a very minimal Haitian, and I can remember I did not have one Haitian in my school. And it was prominently Hispanics that was there. So I experienced racism without even knowing what I was experiencing. Going to school in Texas. I remember it was different from Haiti. I remember I felt more free and a lot more happier going to school in America in comparison with the school in Haiti. I've shared before that my experience in Haiti was not really a good experience. I had two people that I genuinely loved so much in Haiti, which is my grandfather and my father. My father is who traveled with me to the United States. I remember I had that tug, and I never really left. Haiti never left my heart because of my grandfather. So I always daydreamed of going back to see him in my early days going to school, but then he ended up passing early. And I can recall saying to myself at maybe 10, 11 years old that I was in a much happier place here and that I did not want to come back to Haiti. That was my point of view with where I was then as a kid and comparisons to what I remembered in Haiti.
Okay. So, what was your first impression when you started helping in Haiti?
My first impression was I can really, it made me happy. It made me happy to see people respond so happy with like small things that you do for them in Haiti. And I think that's one of my first impression of helping is putting a smile on someone's face. Because when I first came to Haiti, once I got off myself, I realized that everyone around me, even though they lived, but people were really never happy. And people lacked just basic things. And even though I didn't have, somewhere in the back of my mind, I always punish myself because I always say to myself, I had a chance and opportunity to not be in this situation, and they never did. A lot of people I was, in contact with, they had never had an opportunity to leave Haiti, and small things made them so happy. So my first impression was just I was very happy with seeing how people were happy, just being able to help them with the simplest of things. And from there, I realized that I can genuinely make a difference. It was about figuring out how I can make a difference.
Okay. And was it, well, I guess you answer, was it different from what you expected?
Well, it I've had different experience, right? Every experience has not always been the greatest experience because I have had it where I went out of my way to do good for someone. And I'm not one that you got to be running around saying thank you to this and that, but I felt disappointed because they didn't take advantage of the opportunity. And that's something that a lot of our people miss. They think that opportunity comes all the time, and it doesn't. And I tell them that all the time as a YouTuber and as someone that's always working to create something in Haiti. You have to hold on to every opportunity and make something of it. And there is people we've came in contact with. I do feel that they should be a lot more successful if they took that opportunity with both hands. So I think that's where that sadness does set in because they're in this state of mind that they're ready to receive every day and not actually grasp the opportunity that when I do receive, I may not be able to receive every day, but I can make something out of this and be able to live off of it every day.
Okay.
So I'll give you a pause a little bit. I noticed Miss Allen asked Marie, how many children are in the school? At this time, we have 68 children who are present at the school. 68 kids in total. And growing because this marathon is for us to push to close the top part of the building. That way we can add fifth graders and addition to that have furnishing for them and to also be able to have a savings to pay the fifth grade teacher as well.
Alan is my friend.
Hi, Alan. Feel free to ask, guys. If you all have any questions, feel
I
free to
can't see the
ask.
chat, Maddie. So if there are questions, let me know. Okay.
All right. Alan says, wow, 68. Yes, we have 68 kids. And I want to tell you, it's rare that most kids are not present. And if they're not present, there's a reason why they're not present. Because I am big on, even with the parents, we cannot do our part if the kids is not present in school. How many teachers? We have five, seven teachers. We have seven teachers. We have first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade. We also have an alternate teacher, which she is dedicated to reading, and that is what she does. We have the computer teacher, and we have the English teacher, which teaches the kids English.
I also want to add also that um, Marie in Life in Haiti not only educate those kids, but they also give them a meal every day. So the money that whatever extra money, I don't know. Marie is like one of those people that we say in Haiti, your bad luck will favor. Say, normally you beat cream to
Lo
make butter,
hacemos acá y
but
la
we say
eso, Ferry.
you beat water to make butter because
Uh-huh.
she goes and gets the food. We have a truck that keeps breaking down. So my point is to say that we need all sorts of help. Like if you know a mechanic or if you know somebody that knows about cars that can help us get a better car, that would help if you live in Haiti. If if you know how to do why would I say, I mean, let's say agriculture. Let's say one of the parents wants to come and show the kids how to plant things. That's also something that could help. It doesn't have to be monetary, it could be in kind. Whatever you do as your help. People who are abroad can do workshops. If you're a musician like my nephew, you can teach kids how to play guitar, even if it's on the internet. I mean, you guys know how to use this stuff better than me, old person. So there are
You're not
different
that
ways
old.
of helping. There are different things that you can help with, and we need everything and anything in Haiti at this point. We don't want to be always asking, but at this point, because we are like babies, we're taking baby steps, we need their help, just like babies. But at one point, we want to become self sufficient also. So that's,
Definitely. Well,
yeah.
let me share some good news. Drum roll. We have a Zelle that just came in for $100. Let me give a
Yay!
shout out to Faith Way Christian Outreach
Ah, they're
Ministry.
going to
You
win
guys
it.
out in Georgia, you've cut up every night of this marathon. And I just want to thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you to all the Imani children. I hope that you guys are watching. I hope you know that we love you. I thank you guys so, so much. And thank you so, so much for the $100 Zelle. Thank you so, so much. So the first $100 Zelle for tonight, guys. Thank you so, so much. You can donate via PayPal, via GoFundMe, via Zelle. Whatever it is, no donation is too small. And your donations, as Mercedes mentioned, will help educate disadvantaged children in Haiti, guys. And if you are in doubt about the work, if you feel like you probably need to see more, I just want to encourage you to take a little bit of time and watch some of even the old videos from the beginning. Even though at some point I just wanted to help and I felt like I didn't have a sense of direction, but I always knew my heart. I wanted to help. I wanted to be a part of the new Haiti. And it's a blessing, guys, to be able to be a blessing in Haiti in the midst of all of the challenges and everything that's happening today. Laverne Starks, good evening, Marie. Good evening, Laverne. How's it going? Keep the blessings coming. Thank you, Manila. And don't forget, too, guys, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Your donations are tax deductible to the extent of the law. To the extent of the law. Let me ask you, what role does education play in creating long term change in Haiti for someone who's watching? Can you explain to them that maybe $1 donation, what role it will play, since you yourself have seen and experienced that education, even basic education, is a luxury, especially in places like Haiti?
Well, I think education is the key for us right now because we have a generation that did not have the opportunities that the past generations had, correct? We want them to get educated, to be able to uh, accomplish whatever they are supposed to be accomplished in this world to the fullest of their potential. And also, I mean, to me, education is everything. We need to like I'm passionate about it, but I'm passionate about it with certain conditions also. I know that for our population, education in Creole is very important because um, I mean, I was surprised when I asked you the question because it seems like you felt right. You felt when you came to the U.S., you had no issues with the language. You started and you flew, and it goes like that for some kids. But when the majority of the population speaks Creole and they speak Creole at home, when they come into the teaching environment, where when I was growing up, French was the official language, correct? It was
Mm-hmm.
after that that French and Creole became the official language also. But it was a trauma for a bunch of kids, and a lot of them probably could have done much better in school, but they just like were totally discouraged because once they got to school, the language that they were used to hear at home, that the love that their parents was giving them, all of this was in Creole. And then when you got to school, the teacher would be telling you you have to speak French, and especially some schools were really barbaric. And I say that's part of the sequel of colonization to make you feel that you are not as good as the language of the master, correct? So to me, that's one very important thing to me, that we do stress the Creole, especially at the beginning of their education. Of course, we can always add languages. It's always good to know more languages because, especially for people who have been traveling, they know that once you can talk to people in their language, it makes communication so much better. But it's okay to also emphasize your language first because that's how you understand things much better when it's in your language. And that's I don't know if I
Do
explained
do
this very
you
well,
think
but
that, no, do you brought up a good subject,
yeah.
because that's something that I've had my discomfort with, because at times when you look at myself that come into Haiti and love the Haitian people and want to work for the Haitian people, you have no value if you don't speak French. But I'm learning that that's not always true. It's based on who you're dealing with, too,
Hmm.
right? Do you think that it makes it a little bit more complicated for children to have to learn and be tested in French when, from my own experience, a lot of these kids, even mom and dad, can't even read and write, even in Creole?
Well, that's what I sometimes I don't know how the school is operating. So that's one of the things I felt like I wanted to ask help for also for the school, because the school is 503. Give me the number again. 503 CB, whatever that.
501c3 nonprofit.
501c3. So that
Mm-hmm.
means it's a legal entity in the US. That means like for anybody that donates, they'll get their letter for the IRS and all this stuff. But the school is not legal yet in Haiti, correct? We are trying to figure out the process and how to get this school to become legal in Haiti. So if anybody knows or knows someone that can help us with that, that would so also would be helpful, because I think if that's what I'm thinking, that if Haitian Creole is the official language, and we need to know what the curriculum is in
Well, I
Haiti.
want to
As
update you that
uh-huh.
we do have someone and we're working on the process, but you know how Haiti, everything is about, okay? So I'm trying to ask questions and find out information before we jump in head first, because sometimes when you grasp to the first information that someone shared with you, something could very well cost $50 and then you end up paying 500 for it because you don't have any knowledge of what you're getting into. So I do have someone that just shared some information with me. I've been pretty busy, so hopefully when my schedule, I've gotten some things off my schedule, I will be in touch with him and see how does that, process go. And I hear it is not as difficult as I assumed. So I'll be sharing more information soon. And in Haiti too, because I don't want anyone to be discouraged because you may hear we're not legal. Life in Haiti is legal in Haiti. In addition to that, Haiti education department require for us to be active for 5 years, maybe like 3 years consecutively, to make sure that you're not just coming in with your own objective. Because as we know, many organizations start in Haiti but cannot finish. What you see is you have people with the funding, with the connections, and either the fear sets in or they get discouraged or they were hot yesterday and then become cold today. And you have a few people like myself that is on the ground that want to do the work but is unable to because we don't have the support. A lot of people think that I could just do this on my own. No, I can't, guys. It takes a lot to run a school. It takes a lot to feed 68 children per day. In addition to that, can I just feed the kids and have the staff watching? No. We also can't just focus on the kids and not pay the staff. So it takes a lot. And people who are small, like myself, end up, falling behind because if you don't have solid people, and 100% of life in Haiti is 100% of my viewers on Life in Haiti with Marie. We've never received a grant. We've never had an NGO to write us a check, any of that. So that is why, guys, you see me in front of the screen. You hear Mercedes, you hear the homie Arlene, many others who are, supporting and who's encouraging you to share, asking you to share. Because for now, we're small with big vision. So I just don't want people to feel discouraged, Miss Claude, because when some people hear you're not legal,
No,
so
it's not legal. I mean,
mhm,
registered, basically,
yeah.
registered in Haiti. It's
But
not
in
that you're
order
not
for us
legal.
to be, they want us to be functioning for a minimum of
That
3 to 5
because they have
years.
been burned many times also with
Yes,
people that
and
are
this is
fly
our
by
first
night.
year. This is why
Yeah.
we're pushing to do these type of marathons, Miss Claude, so that we are not one that can't go past that first year because of funding. We want to have our place here within the community. And in order for us to do that, we have to have the proper funding. We have to have solid team that put their head together to make sure for us to accomplish this mission. Let me give another
I,
shout out.
I want to
Let
give
me,
a shout out first.
oh, come on, give it.
I want to give a shout out to the whole staff. I mean, I've never seen such a dedicated staff of teachers, and I mean, it's so caring, so loving, wanting the best for the kids, spending nights preparing parties for them. I mean, there's like a party at Life in Haiti every month for the birthdays of the kids of that month. And they try to do something special for them every day of their lives. And also the kitchen crew cooking all that good food makes me feel like, oh, I wish I were there. Because I have to cook my own food. There's no Haitian food over here. I can even go to a restaurant and get some. So yeah, great staff. And Marie, all the credit also goes to you for being the person you are, that you are. You are
Thank you.
attracting the right people, and
Yes, thank you.
you know how to treat people well. I mean, you can hear it when you talk to them, when you talk to the
But
kids. Yes.
I try to tell them just this. I'm nothing without my team in the States. I'm nothing without them. And I try to get them to understand this is not a me work. And that's why sometimes I pull back. I put myself in the background and allow the front office to just be there by themselves. Let them run things, let them make decisions so that they would know and understand that their position, they are valued and that we are not anything without them. And that is one of the three. I try to remind them all the time that no institution works well without structure. They are a group. I mean, I have a great group. We have a great group of people that is working with the kids. They love the kids. They interact with the kids. I mean, the director, the work that she does, and I watch how creative she is. And sometimes I share our English teacher, Miss Valdi. I got to give her a shout out too, because she is one that is wonderful with the kids. And sometimes when I'm outside looking in, just seeing how well she does with the kids, God gave us a great bunch. And you know what's crazy? Miss Baldy is someone that I've always envisioned to work with Life in Haiti, but I could never afford to pay her. She was with another organization, and I don't know how they managed to lose her, right? But she is one that works really, really well as well with the kids. So shout out to the staff. Shout out à nous tout staff Life in Haiti. Nous t'avons Madame Claude a parlé bien pour nous. Elle est vraiment félicité nous pour le travail que nous fait. So, félicitations. Hold on, but let me give this shout out, guys. Let me give a shout out to Miss Allen Donikian. Thank you so much for the $50 GoFundMe donation tonight. Thank you so much, Miss Allen. Thank you so much for your love and your support during this marathon. God bless you. Thank you. Your friend, she's showing out for you.
Yes, she always does.
Thank you. Miss Gloria sending Faithway Christian Outreach Ministry. All right, Faithway Florida community, way to go. Whomever can, please donate. and share the live marathon with others in our community. Please share, guys. Please share. Marie Clary, hello. How are you? Come on, yeah. Lizzie QP. LIH is the best. We have a great, loving community. Yes, we do. Such a beautiful spirit. You are welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's go back. Since we're switching the table, guys, we encourage you to continue to share and like the live and ask questions. Let us know where you tuned in from. And have you ever done any community work? What was it like for you? Any more questions, or do you want me to ask more questions?
Well, I have a question for
All
you.
right. Awesome.
Can you describe a moment that made you question if you were strong enough for this work? And how did you push through?
When last year, I remember one of my last visits to Gode, and we were there to put in a library for the kids. And it was just a revelation while I was standing in that school. And I think there was some time I questioned, there was a time I questioned if whether I was made for that job or if I was in the wrong place with the wrong people. I questioned it because genuinely, I try not to share the drama with my audience, but there I saw there was no growth in the kids. I felt disappointed that my my team, you guys who donate, we had invested so much within that institution. We did our best to clean it up. We did our best to paint it. We did I'm back, guys. I don't know what happened. Our guest failed. Here she is. She's back.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I got dropped.
No, the internet on my end very well could be the problem. But that was the moment that I questioned if whether I was made for this. And I felt at that time I was going to lose life in Haiti. And for some of you guys who get to speak with me more in the background, it was also one of my lowest time with life in Haiti because I had people in my ear that was criticizing me and they didn't have good intention in their criticism of me. It was like, you're not doing anything in Haiti. You're making money off of people. You're doing this, you're doing that. And it was like each time when I got these troll type of emails or these troll type of uh, phone texts, it was really draining my spirit. In addition to that, I went through some other thing too that I really never publicly discussed that hurted me. But at that time at Goldie, I questioned what should I do? And it was there that I realized, girl, you are made for this. These people did not assign you to this job. It was God who did. So regardless of who the haters are, regardless of who criticize, regardless of who don't believe in you, you're going to keep on pushing because the right people is going to come along. So now when I prayed, I started praying differently. I prayed some of you guys into my life, okay? Like you. Like Ree, like because I was at a point. My prayer was I can no longer do this alone, and I don't want to stop doing this. And I needed enough strength to not worry about my critics, but to just if I had two people who believed in me, who supported me, And those were the two people that I needed to put my head together with. And go there, my time had came to an end with them because they no longer shared my vision. And their method of teaching and their method of doing things was so, and just my little way of how I could express it was like in the worst way Haitians do things. And it didn't matter how much you strive. My truck, the transmission literally went bad from going up and down that mountain every day, 3, 4 times a week. It was like everything I did went completely against what my vision was, what I was coming in front of the screen and asking you guys to donate. And that is when I tell you that I decided if I genuinely wanted to make a difference in Haiti, I started listening to my critics too. See, some people, I'm the type that you can be saying something and think that it's supposed to hurt me. No, I'm analyzing what you're saying. And if I can see myself in it, I would adjust. I learn from it. And some of the things people would say, well, you have no direction. You're just doing this. You're just doing that. Well, I enjoyed helping people on the side of the road. I enjoyed building homes for people. But I also knew my audience wasn't big enough to continue on projects where we're building homes, where I'm always helping people in the streets because people say they didn't see any end result in that. So I said, you know what? I see what I love doing. One, I love working with kids. Let me find a focus and stick to it because sponsoring a child is good. But if I wanted to work with a school and I wanted them to have that standard where teachers are on time, where teachers are structured, where teachers are teaching, I needed to be the one that's the foundation of it. And I needed to partner with someone that I trust, with someone that I know can bring that vision to light, not only abroad, but also in Haiti. So that's a time when I questioned if this work was for me because I was not seeing the result. Even though I did not share it with the screen, with you guys, deep inside, I was not happy with the result we got from Gode. And everything happens for a reason too. Moving forward, I'll probably share that with everyone. But I'm telling you, God does things in our lives for a reason. That was a great question. Did I answer it? I don't know.
Yes, you did. And you also answered how you pushed through. Um,
Yeah. And I tell
any
you
any other
too,
questions online on the
moments
chat?
like that, moments like that happen a lot of the times for a reason. I was really hesitant because being a small YouTuber with a small following, I felt that at the time I was losing my people. And e fwe kam te fwe kan wila pou m fon gwo desisyon pou m di m pral ouvon l'ekol. Wè gen an pil moun Haiti lè wè ap gado.
Nobody understand what you're saying, you know.
Yeah, you comprend. It was like the audacity of me, guys, to say I'm going to begin a school. Because at that time, my audience was getting smaller and smaller. When you looked at my channel, that is a channel for you to say, Marie, you need to do something different. You cannot move forward. And now you're asking for your people to open a school. And I'm telling you, it was like I got small confirmation. When I spoke to this person, they said yes. I spoke to that person, they said yes. And even my team here in Haiti, and they're like, here's what I can do. I would do it. Here's what I can do. I would do it. And I said, I'm going to take the leap.
It's the ancestors.
Yeah. And
Telling
it
you
is,
you are on the right track. Yeah.
it is one of the best decisions because now I have a focus and we have a better control of how we want the kids treated. We can see the progress in the kids. Like you mentioned earlier, guys, don't be discouraged from supporting good cause. I remember we got some of the kids, they were coming in just, they were sad all the time. I was always wondering, like, hey, is that her personality? Is that his personality? He's a kid. Why is he? But you know what? I'm going to tell you, months into being at the school, you do not recognize some of those kids. And the director would tell me, she says, that's because when they've attended other schools, they've been shunned and not told they're special and not embraced and not valued. And that's one thing the staff know. Each and every one of our kids, they are valued. We love each and every one of them and always want to make them feel a part. No worries,
I'm
Marie, they're
encouraging.
lost. Uh-huh.
Well,
And
maybe I
welcome,
should just say,
Manila.
look in the chat. I know somebody's telling me they're trying to donate, but they can't. Look in the chat. Mercedes is the one putting all the information on
Yes, Mercedes have been putting all the
and I know
information.
she is very good at it. So
Uh-huh.
wherever you
Well,
see
how
Mercedes
can
name,
they donate? Are they trying to donate via Zelle?
no,
Via
he's telling me that he can't see how to give his donation. So I'm telling him to go to the chat because there's something on the screen also. That's not that's not what's on the screen. You have to go to the chat and you'll see Mercedes. Um, she's continuously posting because it keeps refreshing and moving up. She's continuously posting how to donate. You can do Zelle. Zelle is what is it? Because I can't see the chat
Here's
myself.
the Zelle. I put the Zelle on the screen. The Zelle
Okay.
is a business account and it is named Life in Haiti with Marie. And it is registered under info at lifeinhaitiwithmarie.org. Oh, don't forget we have our drawing for tonight on who's gonna win the waist bag. Marie Jean Pierre, how are you? Our winner, was it
The first
yesterday or
night.
day before yesterday?
She was both
Uh-huh.
nights, correct? She was the first
No, it
the
was one of them. No, it was her and Faith Way, and I think yesterday it was Faith Way and someone else.
okay.
Uh-huh. Hold on. Are you guys ready? I hope that Marie, it's two Maries. I don't know if they're in the chat, but I hope they are. And don't forget, guys, if you're tuned in and have yet to hit the like button, what are you waiting for, guys? Please hit the like button. Please like. We have two Maries tonight in the drawing. Don't forget, if you donate $50, you enter into a contest to win a handcrafted waistband bag made in Ghana. If you donate $100, the first five get to enter into the prize where you win a duffel bag, a handcrafted duffel bag made in Ghana. And you
Marie,
will get the bags.
can you post it again on the screen
All right.
so that because he can't get into the chat.
Okay. Would you like for me to share it with you? Maybe you can share it with him.
Okay. But you okay, we just
Be a little patient with us tonight, guys. Please share as we are working to network with others.
Ralph, tu le vois rien sur l'écran? Mais regarde, on vient de poster sur l'écran maintenant pour toi. Attends.
Are you speaking French? Because I can't catch your language here. What language are you
But it's
speaking?
okay, Marie. You should learn French too by now. It's
Oh
okay.
my God. French is,
Non, c'est pas Google.
I'm already in school learning Creole now. French too?
I am impressed by your Creole. Let's put it this way. You used to make me laugh so much with the things you would say. Hold on.
Man, Zami. It's the kids when the kids come up and they're taught in French, so the kids they come up speaking French to
Marel.
me.
No, that wasn't French. Sac Marel là.
Yap lage gwo franse yo sou mwen, epi menm staff la kon ri, map gade mdi chéri, mpa kompren an yon fek di m nanan. Allen says, Marie, tell us about how the communities and families of the children are receiving this work you are doing. I think that I can't really describe it. And I do need to get more of the parents involved. Even in this fundraiser, I should have done uploads where they get to share how the school have been a blessing to them. Because I think when it's Marie sharing it all the time, I think you guys are so used to me that I convey the message, but not to the extent that I'd like to convey the message. And as far as the community, I've gotten where when I am walking by, I pull to the side and, I get the message where, ma'am, I don't think you know just how big of a blessing what you've done in the community. That if they had something like this early on in the community would probably be further today. So, and I hear a lot of more good things. I do need to get more people to share. That way, you guys who are supporters can get a better feel of the difference that we are making. I cannot wait for things to slow down because you guys have to come out here and visit the center, spend time with the kids, and just enjoy a day here in Haiti with us. A beautiful day in Haiti. She's still, mes amis, she's still learning Creole. C'est vrai, oui.
Yeah. I
Get,
agree.
uh-huh.
I agree.
Get
Sometimes I
it,
wait
more,
till the
more.
call is over to send her a little text and say, Marie, that's what this means.
The other day, being raised in the States, I don't know how you say, par contre, qui j'en pour dire la bouillie déjà en anglais? What is it, farina?
No. Porridge.
Porridge. Okay. Okay. Même, ouais, même, de, let m'a fait avran, moi dit avran. Le m'a fait la bouillie, me dit la bouillie. Et moi-même, moi, associé la bouillie avec flour. So, m'a parlé avec staff là, il me dit, demain, si Dieu veut, n'a fait la bouillie. On vendredi, on va simple parce que yo sorti avec midi. Et puis, il dit, mais ok, et puis allez, nous gagnons les, tout demain, si Dieu veut, m'acheter si cannelle, bail comme ça. Et puis, l'aime m'a vini, gomoun qui dit, oui, nous a fait Avran, dit Avran, right? I'm like, oatmeal. M'dit, Madame, mwen te di ou pou fè la bouillie, pou fè la bouillie. Et puis, Madame Willine, comme elle dit, Madame, c'est la bouillie,
La
oui, nous
bouillie.
fait, nous tout c'est la bouillie, me
Tout
dit.
c'est la bouillie. Yeah.
Langage pas mou konen ou tap di ou, oatmeal c'est un bagay qui différent de la bouillie. Est-ce que, I don't know if I have any Haitian American that's watching and tuned in. When we say oatmeal and la bouillie, isn't that two
No.
different things?
No, it's the same thing. You can faire la bouillie banane, la bouillie.
Mes amis,
Oh,
yo di même
yeah.
bagay, tout même bagay, yo di même bagay yo.
Yeah. La bouillie maï, la bouillie tout bas. Tout c'est la bouillie. Yeah.
Mes amis, oh, we
So we
receive.
are discussing a linguistic difference. I don't know how to say it. That when we say porridge in Creole, she thought there was a difference between oatmeal and other kind of porridges. For us, they're all the same. It's just like a different things. It could be plantain porridge, it could be corn porridge, it could be oat porridge. Yeah.
My Texas side, when I want oatmeal, I would say I want oatmeal. Lemble la bouillie, Mabdou la bouillie. Let's give a shout out. Thank you guys so much for being supportive and answering to our call tonight. We have a $51.99 PayPal coming in from Army D. Thank you so much, Army D, for the 50.
That's my friend.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Army D, for the $50 PayPal. God bless you. Thank you. Awesome. Tomorrow you have to tune in to see who or if you are the winner of that waist bag. So tonight, are we ready to do the drawing?
So we're doing the drawing for last night for people who just joining in today. So your drawing
this
will
for
be
last night.
Your drawing will be tomorrow. Yeah.
Yes, people who donated tonight, it will be, the drawing will be tomorrow. I do believe on the last day we'll have to do the drawing on that same day because I may not be live on Friday. Oh, let's give a shout out to Laura Elliott. Thank you so much, Miss Laura Elliott, for the $20 GoFundMe. Thank you so much. And she is representing Faith Way Ministry. I got the message. Thank you so much, Laura, for the $25 GoFundMe. Thank you, Faith Way. Thank you for all your love, all your support, all your shares. Thank you so much, Faith Way. Thank you. All right, tonight we're doing the pick for who is going to win the waist bag. You got to tell me when to stop. I do it in front of you guys that way so you guys can see, okay? And only two people. Who would it be? Who? All righty, let's see. Marie J. Duplessis. Marie J. Duplessis, you are the winner of the waistband bag. Thank you so much. I will be in touch. Marie J. Duplessis, you are the winner of that handmade, made in Ghana waist bag. And I can't wait for you guys to receive them. And let me know how much you're enjoying them. Let's see. Get used to Claude telling you to learn French, Marie. I know. At first, having my own little strong opinion about how the French handled things with our ancestors and feeling as if they play a role as to how Haiti is today, they helped it. I honestly wanted the kids to, our school to be a Creole school. But then you have to listen to sound advice. And you guys know I'm always willing to stop, listen, and learn. And I kind of intentionally, at the beginning of my stay in Haiti, did not learn French on purpose. So, but today I'm starting to kind of feel a little different. But honestly, that is why I felt that, once you started researching and really learning the true history of our people, I could not believe that in order for you to be, you had to speak French when history speaks for itself. But I don't
That's
know.
the history of colonization. So one of the things, that they did is take your language away, because the tribes, I mean, the enslaved people that came over, they were on purpose taken from different tribes so that they would not be able to communicate and foment revolt and things like that. So we created our own language so that they couldn't understand what we were saying. But you know it's the same with English, it's the same with Spanish. They did the same thing. The slaves were not allowed to speak their language. They were not allowed to learn how to write and read and things like that. In our history, what happened after independence is that, I don't know about the years very well, so somebody can add those things in the chat if they know. But after independence, we were kind of like embargoed by the whole world because they didn't want a slave revolution wherever they were, because the Americans who had slaves, the French had slaves in other places, the Spaniards had slaves in a whole of Latin America and Philippines and other places, a bunch of European countries, like the Dutch, the the people that settled in South Africa, all of them, they didn't want this little country to survive, because that meant for them they would lose their source of money, you know. And for us, the biggest one, was the closest one to us, is the U.S. They were like, they were gonna crush us. So I really don't know where I was going with the language thing, but my point is that, yeah, we need to hold on to our language, because that's our soul, basically. The language, there are some things we say in Creole, we can't say it in any other language. There are some things we have to say it in Creole. That's it. There's like no other language that could render what
Hmm.
we're trying to say. And people, I mean, this is like systematic when you look at colonization, imperialism. This is on purpose, that this is on to take away your language first, and then they also take away your spirituality also, because that means you have to accept what they are imposing on to you. But if you look at this religion that's been imposed onto us, and I'm not trying to convert anybody, I know this is a very touchy subject, but this is like one of the religions that's created the most wars in the world. You know, Christian religions, Abrahamic religions, Muslim, um, Jews, Christianity. Most of the wars that have been happening are based on, and the religion is like a political tool for these um, cultures, basically to keep others in subservience. So it's very important to understand that. And right now, I also I agreed for people to learn other languages because it makes you stronger because you can understand what other people are saying. There are a lot of times I walk into a place people don't think I speak Spanish. You know,
¿Hablas español?
sí, hablo muy bien el español. Soy maestra de español.
Now,
Te
it's
digo.
really good to speak different languages.
And to I went to a museum in Colombia, and there was a tour, and this lady who had a tour with French, or I don't know, okay, French Canadians or French people. I don't know who they were, but it was a tour in French, and she was clearly Colombian. She spoke Spanish, which I mean, you could hear the accent, and she was telling some lies about voodoo. And the people don't know that I speak French either because I look like a Colombian. I look like anybody. When you're in Colombia, you could pass for a Colombian because they have blacks, they have all sorts of, they have like us, a mixture of people, correct? But I tried to pull her aside to talk to her. She totally ignored me, you know, to explain to her that what she was saying was not the truth to those people in French. So I walked away and I was pissed. So I walked away and I found a guy who was not quite listening to her. He was part of the tour. And I sat him down and I told him, all this lady is telling you is a lie about voodoo. Voodoo is not superstition. Voodoo, all the stuff that sorcery and all. I don't even know how to say that in English. But witchcraft, it's not that, So,
Mhm.
and I explained that to him and I walked away. That's what the power of language is. You can understand your enemy and you can gather strength from it also. And I think I'm not against learning other languages. I know other languages, but I think our language is important and we need to give it the importance that it has also. Yeah.
You know, I do believe in respect. It does. The way I see things is we're all children of God, and you have some people who are Christians and they feel that just because I
Well,
have a relationship with God, it doesn't make
yeah.
it okay for me to like dislike someone because they're not or create division. Like mm, how I see life, my relationship with God is just to spread love, to exemplify that. And
And that's
religion can create a lot of division because some people
definitely, definitely.
they are very, very extreme with the way that they share things about religion.
Well, that's the big mistake a lot of people make. They think voodoo is a religion. It is not a religion. It's a way of living, and it's living in harmony with everything, with everybody, with nature. We are like we are like the first ecologists. I don't know how you say that in English. My accent sometimes is messed up in English,
Mhm.
but people that respect the environment, respect the everybody. You are part of the universe, basically. You are the universe, and that's what that's teaching you. And I think
Mhm.
a lot of people, like you, Mary, you feel like you are the universe. You walk in this world like you are in the universe, correct? You make things happen when you feel that way. That's what I'm saying. It's like people don't know the strength and the power that there is in a way of thinking that's different from Western civilization, but that's also rooted in civilizations that were way older than Western civilization. When these people that came to colonize a whole continent, correct?
Mhm.
They those continents were a big culture 300 years, 500 years before Jesus. And I'm not saying every culture has this potential of having this type of spirituality. Like if you go to Tibet, these people believe also in harmony with nature and whatever. That's theirs. So it's part of their ancestry. And I think it's a country where that's the only country that they don't measure the output of the country by what they possess. They measure it by the measure of happiness in the country. You know, those are values that we should cherish. Those are the things that we should want to do. We don't have to follow, as far as I'm concerned, a failed civilization that we're watching right now. What's happening in the whole world? Those wars,
Do you
those
think
things,
that,
and all this
can I
stuff.
ask you a question too about that? Because,
Yeah.
I'm outside looking in, and there's times I don't really comment on certain things because I don't know facts about it, or I'm speaking from an opinion. Do you think that a lot of people are probably afraid of voodoo, or have a certain feeling about voodooism because of how voodoo has been portrayed to the rest of the world?
But first of all, I want to say that I'm not an expert in anything. I'm not like the smartest person here or anything like that. But this is my understanding that people were made to be afraid on purpose, you know? And it's kind of like when but even though they were made to be afraid, a lot of people are still very spiritually connected without even knowing it. Um they are made to be afraid because they didn't want this power to, because whatever they were pushing is what put them on top of us, correct? We are the inferior according to whatever they were pushing. So this put them on top. It's a religion that puts a blue-eyed white man in charge, and all this stuff. So I think the enslaved people did the best they could, because after centuries of oppression, repression, and all this stuff, they did what they had to do to survive. But inside of them, they never forget. I mean, when I listen to gospel music, I feel connected. I'm not, I don't go to church, but I
Mhm.
feel the connection because those people know the pain that we've gone through. Even though we're not slaves, correct? The ones that are living now, it's in our genes, it's in our AD, DNA at the end, DNA, that pain that our ancestors felt. It's not going to go away. When you hear the American, I don't know if those are gospels or anyway, some kind of music that they go wade in the water. I mean, the African spirituality, which is also is in the voodoo, believe in power of water. You see people walking in the water. You see people thanking thanking for the universe for the water and things like that. You watch people in Brazil doing those big ceremony. All this is because their DNA did not forget what was brought over from the other side. I mean, we're not calling ourselves Haitians. Will never say we are Africans. We're not. In the U.S., you hear this thing about African American, whatever, whatever. We are Haitians. We know we are a mixture, but a big part of our mixture is that also, and we should embrace all that we are, because that's what makes us unique, different, and make us do those things that, I
Mhm.
mean, look at even independence. This is like, I keep going back to this one. This is something like that blows my mind. When I was teaching here those kids in my class, I was teaching them about Harriet Tubman. This woman is a superhero. Why? Because she dig deep into whatever knowledge that she had in her body. I mean, she wasn't. This woman walked on water. This woman took people, I don't know, 52 times or whatever, from the south to the north without ever losing one person. This is the same thing that happened to us here. Our people did something amazing that nobody can explain how it happened, you know? And yes, they try to make people afraid. I mean, you could see there were movies that were made in Hollywood about voodoo being this thing of people sticking pins in dolls and all this mess and whatever. Yeah, yeah. We just we know better. We know better. I mean, that never. And all the Haitians, I think, deep inside, know about all this stuff, and the majority of people practice, you know, even though they go to church. Yes.
Well, I do believe you should figure out which side you're going to be on so you can be protected by that side. You don't think
They
so?
are protected. I think they are protected because when they were, like in French they say syncretism. Syncretism, I think, is like the mixture of the two. But I think in their mind, the enslaved people were never confused. They were not ever thinking, okay, oh, I am Christian here. No, they did it just to protect themselves. They pretended to look at this image and say, this image is representing what I believed in over there, you know. But they had to, otherwise they would be beaten. They would be like sometimes killed, tortured, and all this stuff, you know. Yeah.
Ms. Zami, let me ask you
I am
this
sorry.
question.
I don't mean to give a history lesson. I don't, like I said, I don't know
No,
everything.
no, I'm
There are
learning.
smarter
I
people
don't think
on the
you need
line
to
that
be
can
sorry because people are tuned in and we're listening. We're all ears. So, and you
I don't
are a
know how many
teacher.
people. I can't see the chat. I don't know
We have
why, but
right now. Don't even worry about how many people we
okay.
have. We got 1 million people watching us right now.
All right. All right.
You have a calming spirit. I can tell you did something with people, either elders or children. So you make me want to listen. So that's a good thing. People want to listen to what they want to listen to. People want to listen to good things, good people that'll be here with us, right? But you're teaching. And please do not think if you were boring me, we've been on 1 hour and 42 minutes. It's not to say that, but I am
And I
really
was afraid
enjoying
that I
that.
wasn't last 30 minutes. I was like, I can't take that.
Uh-huh. And I'm doing it on purpose too, because you didn't think that you would last 30 minutes. And sometimes when we think something is such a big thing, it's in our mind and it's not as big as we think. And I also shared the link too, guys. So if any one of you all wanted to stop by and ask questions, don't forget, guys, we'll be back at it again tomorrow. And the finale will be Thursday. So you can donate throughout the day tomorrow. You can donate tonight. You can donate the duration of the time. We're just
Right.
doing this marathon, guys, to encourage you guys and to see what we can bring in to close the top area to bring in our fifth graders. Don't ever confuse religion thinking that it's spirituality. I think we need to respect each other. That's number one thing. And I do think that we make plans, but God will order our steps. And all of us are children of God.
Well,
I
I
had
think what you're calling God, I think that's what Grand là, correct? That's
mhm.
the universe. That's what people in the spirituality believe, that there is, we don't they don't believe in many gods and all this stuff that all the lies, that were
Mm-hmm.
propagated.
And I I remember one time I had a conversation here with a guy who is supposed to be a voodoo priest. He was the father of one of our kids. We went to visit, and I stumbled on that. And he thought that I was going to judge him. I'm like, no, I'm not God. Don't worry about, But one of the things he told me is that, like, for him to do certain things, he has to go through God. God has to give him permission. So I don't want us to get off track, but that just reminded me that we are all children of God. And I think I read a book, In Pursuit of Happiness, and we're all in pursuit of one thing and may go about it differently. I'm not here to judge. I just know my testimony and I share it with the world. Let me
Well,
ask you No, you may continue.
no, no, I don't want to continue more on that vein because I
Yeah.
mean, for us, it's the divine, correct? That's it, and that's what we all aspire to become. Also, when you are in
hmm
harmony with everything, you become that kind of like. Some people think like, oh, when I, that was the thing that they told the slaves. You have to be, you have to submit, you have to accept the abuse and all this stuff, because in the other life, there is everything is here and everything is everywhere in temporal, basically. So yeah. So go ahead. Whatever you were gonna ask. Don't talk about this anymore.
No, no, it's okay. I have a question, and we'll try to close off with this. If someone is watching and wanted to start helping but didn't know where to begin, what advice could you give them?
Wanted to start helping Haiti or life in Haiti?
I'd say the question can generalize whether if it is to life in Haiti, or we inspire people to
Well,
even help
life
within
in
their
Haiti,
community where they're at.
life in Haiti, wherever you are, I mean, like we were taught, that's what we're doing the fundraiser for, correct? To
Yes.
help us get some things started or finished and to make sure that we can continue. In Haiti, in general, like I said, Haiti needs everything. So find your niche, find what you're good at, and start manifesting it. Start saying what you want. I mean, once I start talking and saying what I want to do, I mean, things started happening, you know? Start being the change that you want to see. Like, don't wait and say, I wait till things get better, especially if you're Haitian living abroad and expat. Don't wait till things get better, because then if everybody was waiting on the sideline, nothing would get done. So if you're good, if education is your thing, there are different places, different people. I've talked to a lot of people in the south, in the north, that are doing great things. You don't have to come to Port-au-Prince. And basically, if you are good at music, like I was saying, if you're good in um, farming, agriculture, if you can help. My vision is for Haiti not to continue making the mistakes that we see that are leading to the to the end of the world, basically. Things like bad for the environment, making people sick and things like that. That we need to make smart choices. We are a country. We don't have to do whatever they're telling us to do. So we can make choices, but we have to have the choices to make them. Um, like I would say, try to do things that are ecologically correct. Don't go the route of petroleum, gas, and all this stuff that are killing the earth. You know, we can be that. I mean, we made, I don't know how to explain it. Like, we broke a mold when we got out of slavery, correct? We can break the mold
Sure
that is
did.
being imposed onto us. We don't have to feel like we have to take handouts and just do what they tell us to do and let people control our country that don't have anything any that don't have the good of the country at heart, basically. I
Mhm.
I don't know if that
That
answered the
have
question.
invested
Yeah.
interest
They don't
within
have
the
a vested, that's right. They don't have a vested interest in your country. And I hope I hope we get a good generation going that can make smart, good decisions that have critical thinking. That's another thing that we need to teach our kids when they are in school, that can elect the right people, that can because not everybody is going to be a politician either. Like, people think like, I want to be president and whatever, and that's it, and they don't even know what it means to be president, what is involved. They don't even, they can even do a
that
budget. Like,
responsibility entails.
they can even understand how budget work. Like, Marie, you're working with a budget, and you know that there are certain things that need to get done, but that's what we need. That's what we need, and we need everybody to band together. We are all over the world, and I think we have people that have all the skills that we need. If they could just give a little bit of time, if they don't want to live their lives, I mean, I can understand that. But if you can come and train some people, Haitians are so smart, so talented. So, I mean, everything. I mean, I've never seen a people so intelligent in my life, you know? Yeah.
Very.
Yes.
Let's give a shout out. We have another $45 Zelle just coming in from Rickerson Pierre Lewis. Thank you so much for the $45 Zelle. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
Don't forget your donation is matched dollar for dollar up to 1,500 that we raise. So don't be discouraged, guys. Let's continue to push because we have not even hit the mark of 1,500 as of yet. So please continue to share, guys, and let's take advantage of the opportunity where dollar for dollar up to 1,500, which is raised, will be matched. We thank you guys so much. We thank you for each of your generosity, for sharing, and no donation, no amount is too small. Thank you so much, Rickerson. Thank you.
And I want to also say that people can share the link, correct? Because I don't know, Marie, you can explain this better than me. That you have this playlist of all the lives, and they can go and watch it, and if they feel moved to donate, then they can donate. They don't have, if I know some people, their schedule doesn't allow them to be on at the time that we are on, but yeah.
Well, the each of the lives in the marathon, you could come back and watch them. I've also created a
But
playlist
tell
and
them where it's at. Where is the playlist?
I've also I don't know how, but pretty much when you open YouTube and let's say if you just wanna go and find exactly Life in Haiti with Marie, when you type it in, it's gonna take you to a main screen about Life in Haiti with Marie, or it's gonna take you to the name. You can push that white logo so that that white logo will give you more details. And on top, it's going to give you a choice to subscribe. It's going to tell you a little bit about the channel. It's going to give you videos, short, live, playlists, posts. And based on what you're searching for, you can go to it even quicker. And that's with any creator on YouTube. So if you want to see my latest shorts, you can push short. You want to see my latest lives. And if you want to see some of the playlists, you can push the playlist. And one of the first you're going to see on the Life in Haiti is the Life in Haiti Marathon, which is our latest playlist. So
Yeah.
I will share it with you. That way you can share it with family and friends for them to watch after the marathon. Maybe they're not able to be present at this time, but they can still participate at a later time.
Yeah.
And I know that some of you guys have already told me that I can count on you, but not during this time. So I understand, guys. Please share. I know that you are here, and I know that we have people who play different roles for Life in Haiti. Some of you guys are purchasing things, creating barrels and boxes for Life in Haiti. So I do know each and everyone have a different position, and we all can't play the same role. So I thank you guys for being present, for watching, for sharing. Thank you guys so much. Any last words you'd like to share? Any last words before we go?
Oh my gosh. I talk so much. I don't know what last word. Um, yeah, I mean, what I would say is go and think about a way you can contribute and help. It doesn't have to be money. That's my main thing. It's like there are so many other ways that people every day help with the center. I mean, those people that are sending, even now, I don't even know how they can do things because there are so many things that are blocked in Port-au-Prince. But you'll find a way to contribute, you know, if you want to. If you want to, things will just pop up, and you'll find what you can do to help. Like I said, nothing is off limit. We need help in just about everything in the country. um I mean, I haven't shared this yet, but I think I will be in Haiti before 2025 is over. And I might not be in Port-au-Prince
Don't
because
don't
all the
share
doors.
too much. Don't
Okay,
eh, eh,
okay,
eh, eh.
okay, I'm not
That when
saying.
you guys come on here. That's why when I'm live, people get to asking, Marie, what's your address, baby? Look,
No,
let
no,
me
no,
tell you
I'm not
something.
sharing. I'm
No,
not
I,
sharing
I know
address.
that, but what I'm saying is, if you really genuinely care about Marie, there is certain information. If you really want to know them, I am not that hard to get in touch with. You can look in the description, email me, say, Marie, I'd like to speak with you. I promise you, I want to network. I want to get to know you. I can't get to know all of you guys, but it's good to know some of you guys, especially every night when I'm live. May not be every night, but you make it a priority to stop by, to join, to support. I do. I like to, when I see your face, I know your name. And when I see your name, I know the face or even the voice, right? But also know that social media, once we release a live or a video, it can get 2 views, and it can also get 10,000 views. And being that we don't know who the people are who are watching, I want us to limit sharing personal information and stuff like that, because your heart. Not everyone is watching has the same heart, especially when it
Right,
comes to traveling into Haiti. Okay, you
right.
you can tell me later.
No, no, I haven't actually told people not to ask where the center is, for example. And it's for your security and the security of the whole life in Haiti. Because we
Yeah.
don't know, correct? Yeah.
Hmm.
It's in Haiti. So you guys know
Uh-huh.
that, correct? That's
Yes.
enough.
And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, just get in touch with me. I'm pretty much, you got to pretty much be a good judge of character. So you're kind of looking for clues, you're looking for this, you're looking for that, because doing good work, doing God's work, the enemy's always there. I'm telling you, the enemy is always present. The enemy is always doing its work. So, and there are people, do you know there's people that's mad about doing good in Haiti? Do you think that everybody wants good for Haiti?
That's a question for me?
Literally,
No.
yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not
um,
everybody. I'm just kind of making a statement. Not everyone wants good for Haiti. But anyways, we've been on for 2 hours and it's been 2 great hours. I thank you, my sister Claude, for coming on, coming out of your shell. And guess what? You not only survived 30 minutes, but you survived 2 hours. With me being
that must be
tired
the
and all,
teacher in
right? With
me.
me being tired and all, I mean, you did really good. I
Thank
thank you,
you.
and I look forward to the rest of our guests that's coming on. We have Miss Liz that'll be on with us tomorrow, and we will do the grand finale with Mr. Jean. So we're waiting, and I thank you guys so much. Everyone who tuned in, joined us, who encouraged, who shared. We just want to say thank you so much. God bless you, and we will talk soon. And seem like, do you want to say anything else before we go? No,
No, I mean that's it.
that's
I
it.
really
All right.
I thank all my friends and family who logged in just to support me. I think I felt your support. I was very anxious this morning. I was like, I've never done this. I don't even know how these people can do this going on this YouTube thing. But you supported me, and I made it. I made it through. I really appreciate it.
Everyone
Thank you.
that come
And
here, I promise to support you.
yeah, my sister was on too. Yeah,
Uh
yeah.
huh. Yes, you are tomorrow. Tomorrow is you. I thought I did. I did not. All right. Okay. I'll see you later, Miss Claude. Thank you for
Bye.
tuning
Thank
in.
you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'm going to be looking for you guys tomorrow. Same time, different day, different guests, but back on the same focus. And that is to continue to raise funds for Life in Haiti Learning Center. If you are one that believe in making a difference, I love you all too, Miss Allen. You know that it takes a team. We cannot do this on our own. And we want to be successful. And one thing for sure, we're not going to negotiate it. Because from the beginning, I've already shared from some of the questions Miss Claude was asking, the audacity of me, little me, with no connection, you don't know no big people, to want to lead something such as a school in Haiti. Who are you? Who do you think you are? Yeah, I'm a child of God. And I'm obedient to his calling and allowing him to use me. And I've seen him do it in other people's lives. And you know what's great about God? Is that he is the same. If I see him doing it over there, I know he will do it over here. So giving up is not an option with Life in Haiti with Marie. If you doubt that we're gonna do this, we're gonna be successful in it, I don't even want you as a part of my team. Because once I am a part of your team, And when I say yes, I'm very fickle by nature. It gets hard for me to make decision. I'm one of them October, but when I make a decision, one of the most loyal people you can have. And I've made a decision to be a part of the change for Haiti, to continue to use whatever I have in me to make a change and represent a change in Haiti. And we will continue to do that. I don't care how big this channel get. We don't care who. This channel will always represent something great in Haiti. I love you guys, and I thank you all so much for staying on with me 2 hours. I'm surprised I even survived 2 hours, guys, because today was a rough day for Marie. Well, I'm telling you, but I'm glad you guys got to spend some time with me, and I started feeling a lot better spending time with you guys. Be kind to yourself, guys. Be kind to one another. Tell somebody you love them and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and listen to the critics too. Sometimes when they think they discouraging you, let me tell you something, they building you. You just got to listen really good because maybe they telling you something that you need to work on. And maybe by fixing that, it'll help you to be a better version of you. Because I know a lot of my critics is the result of what you see today. Good night, guys. Till tomorrow.